Each of these men embody the key principles of freedom by design.
Khalifa leaves for work each morning at 6:45 a.m. He takes a bus, transfers to the elevated train, and then another bus. He arrives at work 1.5 hours later. At the time of this interview, Khalifa has been free for over 1 year. Khalifa has been incarcerated much of his life and embraced the End Violence Project as a way to assure that he maintains his freedom. Each day on his commute, he makes his transfer at the same corner where he once dealt drugs, and yet, through his involvement with the End Violence Project and other community organizations, he is not tempted to deal drugs again. His arrival at work brings him long hours but rewarding ones. Through dogged determination and support from others, he's become a counselor for physically and mentally challenged people and is committed to make a difference for his clients each and every day.
My first impressions in actuality was it was some type of gimmick, they were talking about transformation and they were so happy and seemed so carefree and loving. I said this has probably some kind of religious undertones in it or some type of other ulterior motive, and I verbalized that. I told them that that's how I felt about it, and as the session went on, the introductory section, I started seeing the genuineness in them and seeing that these people really were invested in seeing us transform.
How long did it take to have an effect on you?
The end of the session, I guess because the session was from maybe 6 to 8:30 or 6 to 9, I forget, about 3 hours. So I would say about 2 hours, because I came from there committed to, first of all, finishing the session, which I think it was 26 of them, finishing the entire that entire segment, and also just couldn't wait till the next week to get back there, because I had just came out of therapeutic community, so the teaching and things were a little different. They were talking about change and transformation, but it all had to do mostly with drugs and alcohol and criminal thinking and things like this, and this was more talking about self.
This morning, James begins a renovation and cleanup project for a local church. This day, he will provide work for 4 people. His business doing renovations and cleanup work provides for not only himself, but others in the community. He spends much of his time on the phone organizing his projects and how he can best serve the returning citizens community. He invests what he makes back into his business so it can grow and prosper, much as he is committed to do for his community, neighborhood, and city. He attends the Freedom by Design meetings at the Halfway House as co-leader every Friday night. His presence and his vision are integral to the success of the meeting.
I looked out my window one day and saw that it was really needed a transformation in cleaning, and I wanted to see a beautiful neighborhood, much more beautiful than what I was looking at. Wow. Within the last 3 years, it's been formulating my own company. It's been using halfway house guys and working, even independently. We formed a corporation called Revival and Prosper, and we've connected with the Philadelphia Leader Foundation that's going to join with us, that we can clean up the community, all the lap houses, and begin to put returned citizens back to work in building houses and giving back to the community. And it has like doors that's been opened like never before. And the possibility of it is just super, of seeing a once beautiful community run down and rebuild it.
Here at Stetson Park in North Philadelphia, we meet Jeffrey. Jeffrey has organized a tennis program on his own because he believed that from his own youth, children get in trouble because they don't have enough to do. So when he was released into the community after his period of incarceration, he went to his brother's home and asked if he still had the tennis rackets for when Jeffrey was an active tennis player in his youth. He was able to get 4 wooden framed old rackets, and he went out to the park and he found young children and offered to teach them how to play tennis. Since then, his program has expanded, and as you can see, makes an enormous difference for the youth in his community.
I think what's possible for me now that wasn't possible before is that I had a sense of community and service towards the community, and service for the community, and that's what's possible for me. And as we're doing the interview here, you know, the outgrowth of this tennis project is the results of that. I would want the viewers, especially those who have been incarcerated before, male or female, and the family members of individuals who have been incarcerated before, that there is a program out here that can help those individuals, you know, live a sustainable life free of crime, free of victimization, and that they can offer service to the community as leaders. And you don't have to hide behind or be ashamed that you was incarcerated before, but you can join the End Violence Project, and you can become a leader and create projects right in your community where you live at, and just, you know, serve the community in a different capacity as a contributing member and not as a member that's taken from the community.
Greg has recently had his life sentence commuted by Governor Rendell. Greg was so sure that one day he would be free that he never let his driver's license expire, even whilst serving a long prison sentence. And here he is driving home to his own place in his own car to sleep in his own bed. Greg is committed to become a leader for the End Violence Project and help people stay free through their own decisions and accountability. He also wants to work with youth programs to help young people understand the choices they make determine their futures.
The greatest impact for me was integrity and choice. Choice, you either have choice to stay out or go back, and you obey the rules or don't obey the rules. You know, if you obey the rules, you'll stay free. If you don't obey them, you will go back.
Yeah, I really think that an emphasis needs to be made on either an expansion of a program, the End Violence Project, or even if it can be possibly duplicated or replicated in other places, because without programs like that addressing and preparing the incarcerated individual before he comes out as to how he should plan and what he can be committed to, and have him see the leader in himself and that he can be a leader in legal things, because a lot of them were legal leaders in illegal things. I really think that society, community, even members of the End Violence Project would benefit society even more if we got involved in expanding this thing and making it more well known, because it's like the best kept secret, you know. That's all.
The End Violence Project is set up to help an inmate reacclimate himself into society. If he takes what is given there, he should have no problem reacclimating himself and staying free.
I would like to appeal to those that are maybe away from their families at the time incarcerated, and as well as those about ready to come out into society to be a citizen, that you can win. You can make it. It can be a difference between the community will win, you'll win as a father, husband, your relationships can win, the city can win to be a productive citizen and paying taxes. Everyone can win. And that project of RAP, Revival and Prosper, of us building houses that are dilapidated, can put returned citizens to work and have dignity and integrity for their children and family. And community will make a difference.
Yes, I would like viewers to know that it's great to serve. And you know, we have all these children around right now here on the tennis court, and they're amazed by the cameras. They should be hitting the tennis ball, but they're amazed by the camera in the interview. And I just want the viewers to know that it's possible to help these young children have a future. You know, it's just that us adults, we have to be committed to our community and committed to the children, committed to the families. You know, and that these children can and will have a future as long as we're committed to providing that, provide access for that future.